Essential Italy, and we're going to talk about what we did this past week, which wasn't a whole lot, but it's been an interesting week.
It's been cold. That's why.
It's been really cold for Floridians, and we've said this before, but like this morning when we got up, it was 31 degrees Fahrenheit outside, so it is cold.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Monday
we had an appointment with a realtor to go see 3 homes, 3 houses. On paper they're quite misleading. If you go on Idealista, Immobiliare.it, Casa.it, these are all websites like Zillow or Redfin. They are misleading. The pictures do not paint the right picture. So we were excited about, especially one of the homes. It looked perfect. It was in the right area. It looked absolutely stunning. But unfortunately, you get there and all of a sudden you have a high tension wire in your backyard. And that is a no-no for us.
Literally in their backyard.
Then one of the other houses, it looked like it was far from the road, but it was like right on the main road. And then the other one that we went to see was falling apart. It had, they never said it in the ad, and that it needed severe structural intervention. So
full restoration.
Full restoration there. Again, it's like
they don't really detail out the ads here, so keep that in mind when you're looking for homes. You get excited about something, you think, oh, it's such a cute home, it's in my price range. Just, you need to see it in person, literally. In person, walk through. We've talked about that part of the service that we're going to offer is we'll do those walkthroughs for you. We'll take the videos. We'll give you our honest opinions about this.
Well, not only that, I worked for a luxury custom home builder in Florida, so I know about construction. I know about what needs to get done. I'm not licensed to do, structural work, or I'm not an architect, but I can tell you, if something is amiss, or, if there's something to be described. And, ladies, the most important thing for us is the kitchen and the bathrooms. So, that to me is fundamental. And if there's issues with the kitchen and if it's not laid out properly or whatever, plus keep in mind that whatever house you purchase here in Italy, unless it's been recently renovated, you're going to want to put your touch to it. We're used to open floor plans, open spaces. Here, everything is sectioned off, a room, a bedroom, the door, the alley, the hallway. It's just very sectioned off. We like open spaces. They're much more functional for us. So those can be fixed. Those little things can be done. Of course, you'd have to have an architect or a geometer, an engineer to work with you, but just keep in mind when you're looking at homes how it can be, modified to your necessity, to your lifestyle. So that's a given. You're going to have to touch it. Whatever you buy, you're going to want to touch it. So
and of course, the service we'll offer is just going to be a video walkthrough, in our opinion on it. We're not geometras. We're not architects. We don't have a construction license, anything like that. So if there's obvious, giant cracks, like the one building we looked at, giant deep cracks in the wall itself.
And it wasn't exterior, it was interior.
It went exterior to interior, and that entire chunk of concrete and stone is not, sealed anyway. So, and again, not a licensed contractor or anything like that. So, but it's obvious, I think, to most lay people even that's going to be an expensive repair. So we're happy to do that for a small fee, and we'll get all that stuff on our website when we get to that point. We've got to do the paperwork here for us to be able to legally do that. So we're getting there, but keep it in mind. Okay, Tuesday. Let's see, Tuesday.
Well, Tuesday was just making copies and getting all the paperwork ready for your permesso di soggiorno, which is his permit to stay here legally, even though he's married to an Italian citizen. he still needs to go through the paperwork and interview at the questura with the police. They want to find, they just want to meet him and, all of that. So I got all the paperwork ready on Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, we actually physically went to the post office to mail it. And this was fun.
Yeah, the post office. So let me back up a minute real quick. So Marisa has a friend who's a lawyer, and she gave us some free consultant work on the Permiso di Soggiorno paperwork. It can be done. You can do this paperwork yourself, is what I mean to say. We just wanted to do it right the first time, and not have to send this thing in over and over
I'm not
again.
even sure it's exactly.
We're still not sure it's 100% correct.
Right, because they'll find something wrong with it, I'm sure.
So we go to the post, because you go to the post. So she calls the questura and says, hey, can I get an appointment to come up and bring this in and la, 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 and whatnot. The lady says, no, mail it. If you come up here, you're not going to get in. It's not going to happen. Mail it. It's faster. So we go to the post office, and the local post office here is really nice. And I think I'm probably one of the very few Americans in Toro, and he knows me now by,
Mr. Crouch.
Yeah, Mr. Crouch. And here, hey, I got a package for you from Amazon or whatever it is. And it doesn't even need my passport. Like, I know who you are. So anyway, so he starts the process on his end, which is getting in the computer. And it ended up, we were at the post office for a little over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Because they were having problems connecting, glitches. And the computer he'd get partway through the application, it would kick it out, and he'd have to start over. So he gets through it, long story short, and I get my appointment for May 12th, 2025. And so I'm doing the math in my head, and I'm like, that's
not gonna
7
work.
months. That's not going to work, because I planned on going back to the U.S. to visit my kids, my grandkids, my mom, to go see my doctor, to get refills on my meds in April. So no problem, right? We call the questura and say, hey, can he go back? And the lady's like, yeah, sure. If he wants to wait 90 days outside of the country before he comes back in. I can't afford to wait 90 days. I financially can't afford it to stay in the United States for 90 days. And so the other option is to show up at the questura at 2:00 in the afternoon and try to get an appointment, one of 15 appointments they hand out for the next day, where at that appointment you can argue for an earlier appointment. So if you follow that logic, you go to try to get an appointment to argue to have your appointment move forward, not to get an appointment to have your paperwork processed. And that's welcome to Italy. So anyway. All right. So that's all done and sent off. Yeah. And I'll put up a picture of the paperwork packet, and you can take a look at that here.
And then we purchased a car 2 weeks ago, and we're still waiting to go pick it up. So the dilemma here is that on the contract it said it will be available for pickup within 19 days. It's been 14 now?
No. We're at 16 days now. Tuesday will be the 19th day.
If you count Saturdays.
If you count Saturday and Sunday, which they do work on Saturdays here, so.
I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. We can't pick up the car until we have the insurance. I can't have the insurance until I have the paperwork. Yeah. They need to give me the paperwork a couple of days before so I can activate the insurance.
Yeah, because the insurance may take up to 2 days
to get a lot of logistics
to get going, and that's something that in Florida anyway. You go to the car lot, you buy a car. If you pay cash for it, they hand you the keys. Yes. You call your insurance broker and you say, hey, I bought the car. Here's the VIN number, tag number, whatever, and they're like, cool, you're insured. Yeah. And it's just like that. Here, it's a convoluted process.
Yeah.
But again, and I've said this in previous videos, you have to wrap yourself in patience.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for us, we have a rental car, which is about 30 or 35 euros a day, and it gets expensive. And considering we've dropped a load of cash on this car that we should have, we're having to pay for a rental car for another 20 days It's another 650
Yeah.
euros. So it's a chunk of money. But anyway.
Well, the next car I think we're gonna do with the Partita IVA, which is you lease a car and you just like for a company car and just lease it, and that's the end of that, and then it's insured, and was it 12,000 kilometers or 10,000 kilometers a year, whatever.
So Friday,
Thursday and Friday we kind of like
Thursday
chilled.
and Friday were pretty
It's
chill.
kind of cold, so it's
cold.
it's a little bit, we're trying to like acclimate, and so we're taking it easy. We're not doing a lot outdoors other than playing with the dogs and food shopping and all of that. But Saturday was gorgeous. Yesterday was absolutely stunning.
Nice. Yeah.
It was crisp, clear, sunny.
Yeah.
And we
we had a
senior moment.
Saturday we decided, we got up in the morning and we said, hey, you know what, we gotta go somewhere, we gotta do something, kind of take a day and just have fun and see the sights. And we both decided we were going to go to Narni, and so it's an hour and 20-minute drive. We map it out, we drive all the way to Narni, and we pull into town and we said, we've been here before. And if you go through our YouTube library, you're going to find a video labeled Narni, where we were there and filmed it and in and out. And for some reason, both of us
blanked out. We had senior moments.
College-educated adults, and we missed it.
Senior moment completely.
So we ended up, we stopped in the parking lot. We said, hey, let's see what's around here. And we went to two really neat medieval hilltop cities, towns, Borgos.
Monte Gabbione was the first one. And we had lunch there.
Yeah. We had lunch in Monte Gabbione?
Yes, we had it.
Yeah. So, I've got pictures of those I've got a short video of Monte Gabbione that I'll put after I get done talking here, and a couple of pictures of the restaurant and the meals we got. Quite pretty. Look at all the flowers. All right, so Piazza della Libertà. All right, we're looking for a restaurant right now because it is lunchtime. Let's see what we find. We are gonna have to climb it back up. Oh, this is a cool little, you got a little inlay, it looks like. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. Looks like a star or sun. You can walk around the outside of the city. Maybe drive if you got a pass. I'm not sure. All right, where'd you?
We should have taken the car.
Okay. It's an adventure, people.
It's an adventure.
An adventure.
You locked the car.
I did lock the car. I always lock the car.
And then we gotta walk it all up.
Well, get my blood to thicken back up again. We did drive right by this, yeah. So the only restaurant's here. We drove right by it. So.
And then we went to Monteleone d'Orvieto, which is not far from Orvieto, but that one was pretty stunning too.
Monteleone d'Orvieto is one of the cutest little towns that I've been in, and I know I say this a lot. I fall in love with all these little hilltop towns, but this one is really rocking. And it has it's that the quaintness of it, and the stunning panoramic views of this hilltop city are beyond. And I thoroughly enjoyed it there. Really didn't want to leave. But it was getting time when we had to go.
You know, these little towns, medieval towns, these borghi, you just picture it. You want to write a book, or you want to be in peace, you want to relax, you want to shut down, you want to be away from everything and everyone. They're perfect.
They're perfect.
They're quiet. There's things that you can do. There's like restaurants and bars and things like that. But it was a Saturday afternoon, and it was complete silence.
It was silent.
I mean, it was
our
just
footsteps. That was all you could hear.
Nothing.
Yeah, it was
Nothing.
amazing.
It was just, and these little old ladies sitting out on the stoops in front of their home, soaking in the sun, reading a magazine. The two little old ladies, and then the other lady was like, "Oh, you have to go over here. There's a beautiful view over here."
It was.
I mean, it's just
choked me up. It was so gorgeous.
It's just.
And unfortunately, the video of them doesn't really do it justice. You can see, you're like, oh yeah, that's really pretty. But when you're there in the moment and you hear the silence and the stillness of it, and the thing I've said about Italy, and in this particular part of Italy, the air is exceptionally clean.
Yes.
Which, if you're in the U.S., you're not used to that. So you have this really clean air, and the sky is clear. The views are clear.
Yeah.
You don't have any kind of haze for the most part, and it wells up emotion in you if you're attached to the beauty of the earth, and I think it's a really neat thing. That particular town we will likely add to our tour that we do in May, the escorted tour that we do in May. So, Randy and Marisa here with Your Essential Italy, and we are headed into the medieval city of Monteleone d'Orvieto. We have never been here, so this is a first for us. This is an 11th century city that was built by the town of Orvieto as a lookout to help the area against attacks. The Church of Monteleone, Quattrocento. What's that? Quattrocento.
It says between the 1400s
between
and
the
the
1400s, 1500s. Okay. All right.
Wow.
So there's a lot of history here. I mean, they've got these plaques up. Let me see. They are in Italian. Nothing Google Translate can handle if you don't speak or read Italian. Oh, this is a cool city. This is pretty cool. Yeah. It's dead quiet. I can't even explain how quiet it is here. It's like holy mackerel. Yeah. Just the loud Americans making noise. Quite a bit of artwork. Quite. Yeah. So there's one for sale.
Just the apartment.
The apartment, yeah.
The bank.
It's the bank, ATM. So.
This one's all for sale.
Oh yeah, there's another one for sale. If you guys are interested, hey, give them a call. We don't make any money off of that, so that's okay. But you get your house, come here, be happy. Oh my gosh, look at this view. Holy mackerel. Maybe.
We're not too far.
Oh. Holy mackerel. Oh. Oh, that is amazing. Oh my God. That is an amazing view of the valley. That is stunning. I don't think the camera does it justice. You guys have to come here. We're gonna have to add this to our trip because this town is really cool. We're gonna have to see what else is here, but this view is worth the trip alone.
Lago's over there behind this ridge.
Yeah, so you can't see the lake from here, but that's okay. This is really very stunning. It is really a very stunning town. I can't say that enough. When they get me overwhelmed with emotion, you know they're pretty cool. So. Via della Ripa.
The shop's open at 3.
Wine and oil shop, local product shop. So this is in English. So this is a little bit of a touristy town, despite what Wikipedia said. When they're putting stuff in English, it's for the tourists, obviously.
Margot Immobiliare.
Oh yeah, there's another one for sale.
You might want to look into this area then.
Yeah, maybe.
The valley's getting pretty.
The dollar's getting stronger right now, so it's not even yet, or better than, but it's getting stronger. And the clock tower. Oh yeah, look at that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, you should see this little piazza.
Wow. No, this thing's awesome. There's an old well. Oh, here's it's public water. Again, I've talked about these in other videos. It's just drinkable water. You can use it. The residents will use it. They'll water their plants and they fill up their water bottles with it and whatnot. It's perfectly potable. It's fine. Piazza Cavour. And like I've said at other times, these little towns like this there's hundreds of them throughout Umbria and Tuscany, and they're all over Italy. In all honesty, but there's these hilltop towns that are here that are just amazing. The people, the residents, the Italian citizens and people that live here are just so nice. And accommodating. I can't say that enough again. Italy has a lot of things. I mean, look at that. They're giving you the Wi-Fi. There's the piazza Wi-Fi. If you want to sit in the piazza, have a coffee, play with your kids, enjoy the scenery, you can log into the Wi-Fi.
Hey, buddy. Poi c'è quella a destra, che c'è e lì è un gran panorama.
Ora ci
Vadi là.
Grazie. She said, go over here and turn to the right. This is
Beautiful
beautiful.
view. Yeah. Again, wonderful people. They really are. Can't stress it enough. You can ask any stranger a question, and if they live here, they'll more than help you out. Yeah. So there's another view of the same valley.
Over there, maybe.
Oh, maybe it's up higher.
Yeah.
There's another view of the same valley, though, right there.
The poet.
Oh.
He lived there. He lived there. There's another angle.
Oh, maybe it is. Yeah. Via del Torrione.
Buonasera.
Salve. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this view. Holy mackerel.
Eravamo lì 2 minuti fa. Non ci sembrava così alto.
It's 180 plus degrees. 180 plus degrees. This is like the view off Orvieto. This is stunning. This is... There's so much beauty in this country. I love that I live here now. I love that I get experience in this on any given weekend at this point. Again, we have an escorted tour that we offer in May of every year. It's a 7-day tour. You'll spend a couple of days in Rome, doing the tourist thing there. Rome is amazing, a whole lot of fun. You'll spend 5 days with us, going through Umbria and Tuscany. And if you want to extend it to 9 days, you can spend a couple of days in any city of your choice. Typically, clients will stay in Florence and then fly back to Rome, but it's up to you. And you will get to see cities like this. Yeah, this one is. Oh, the theater is having problems, but that's okay. I mean, it's a couple of years old, you know. So, yeah. And you can check it out on our website. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. It's youressentialitaly.com. And if you ever have any questions, shoot us an email. Leave a comment in the comments here.
If you're interested in buying property here, let us know.
Yeah.
We can connect you.
Absolutely. We've made friends with
videos for you.
We've made friends with realtors, with geometras, with lawyers. We can certainly get you hooked up, and if there's a house you see online that you want us to look at, for a small fee, we'll go take a look at it. We'll film it for you, and we'll get you the video direct to you. Marisa can interact with the realtor if there's a realtor involved, or with the owners, and kind of get you started on what you need to get going. It's a wonderful place to live. Anyway, I think that's about it.
Well, as you can see, our dogs are having a
dogs
great
love it
time.
Here. Leo and I walked to the top of the mountain the other day on Friday. We walked up and back, and he had fun. He had to sniff and pee, of course, everywhere that the wolves pee.
Yeah, our lives kind of revolve around the dogs, as you can imagine. We have 3, so our Luna's getting a little old, and of course, that's always a sad part.
She's slowing down. We're having the other thing that I'll mention real quick, and I don't have pictures of this stuff, so you just have to listen to the narration. Unfortunately, we're having problems finding dog food that they can tolerate, and we've mixed in. We came here with some food from the States, and we mixed it in with the first stuff that we got, and our dogs are fed a pretty high quality. Translates into expensive foods.
Right.
And they had a lot of bowel issues, even after they should have adjusted to it. So
the good thing is that I want to say 90% of the food is made here in Italy.
It is, yeah.
It's not imported.
No, it's made
it's
here.
all here in Italy. So
we've been trying everything. They had issues with the pork, and then they had issues with the pork and the chicken. And then we tried, I think
they're now eating
beef,
lamb
and now they're
beef.
eating lamb and beef, and it seems to be a little better. But if you're going to move here and you got pets, keep that in mind.
You're going to have to try out a couple of.
May have to adjust the food until they get used to it.
Yeah.
Now, all of them love the Italian food that we eat, so they love getting little pieces of scrap and whatnot. And I did a tagliare, right?
No.
Tagliata, sorry. I did a tagliata for lunch today. It was a nice Chianina steak that seared in rosemary and butter and sage, and it was like.
Was it half a kilo?
Really good.
How much was that?
It was €8. Half a kilo. It was €11.40. And Chianina is a premium meat here. It's exceptional. If you've never been to Italy, when you come here, visit, get you a nice Chianina burger or steak.
Yeah, and the Valdichiana is right here. It's Arezzo and down, so it's in Tuscany, and it's right over the border with Umbria. So it's literally close by. So here comes the kilometro zero, the 0 kilometer food chain, which is
and control the greenhouse emissions from all the travel and whatnot. But
well, for the next week, we're hoping to get the car, first and foremost. We're hoping our geometra gets to review the documentation for the house that we want to purchase. So we'll keep you posted on that. we're eager to go see it again with the geometra because we really want to understand what kind of things we can do, improvements, changes. Hopefully there's no structural issues. Hopefully we don't need a new roof. We'll see. Anyway, so we'll keep you posted on that.
And I'm going to try to film it. The last time we were out there, we went to film it, and unfortunately there was the son-in-law or the son was inside, and he was smoking. And I have a very negative sensitivity to cigarette smoke, to the point that I will lose my lunch. So I had the camera, and I was going through, and I was getting sick, and I could feel it. And I told Marisa, I said, "Here, you got to film it." I just handed her the camera, and she has never used the camera before, so she didn't know that the front of the camera was actually facing her, because the way I handed it to her. So she goes through the whole house filming herself, talking to the realtor and the lady.
Videotaping my double chin.
So I promptly deleted that because it wasn't going to do us any good. And we're going to see if we can go back out maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of this week. And I will film all of it. We need a film of it for us anyway, if we are going to go ahead and get this house purchased, so we can, start planning for the bed and breakfast and whatnot that we're going to create out of it. I'm also going to do some drone video so I can see what the actual property looks like from above. Anything that may need to be done from that standpoint. So we're thinking about names for the bed and breakfast when we get to that point. If you have any ideas, leave it in the comments. In the meantime, share our videos, like and subscribe. We really appreciate everybody that's watching. And if you have any questions about how we may be able to help you come and move to Italy, leave us a comment and we will get back to you. All right. Ciao.
Ciao.